Hey there, this is Chumpyzilla, and this is a video guide to the any percent speed run for Jimmy Neutron Jet Fusion. So the first thing you should actually do before starting your run is you should turn up the brightness of your television so you can see better in some of the darker areas like Shrine, Village, or especially the dark room in Volcano. So I recommend you put your save file in the first slot of card A, just because we're going to have to reload it in a moment, and that makes it easier. The time starts as soon as you press A on this autosave prompt here, and then you're going to want to press Y to skip the cutscene zone. There you go. So there's another cutscene as soon as level loads. Now, we want to skip the tutorial, but we do have to do it up until we get the first toolbar. So, like I would waffle on and just stand over here and move the camera around. Once you hit the ding, you can then step on this block and then keep going. You can then hop onto this ladder, and then shimmy, and then up. And then there's the autosave icon. Once the autosave icon goes away, you can go start up A to quit, and then you can go down, and then mash A to get your save file back. So once you've got that part, it actually says that you've done the tutorial, so it's done now. We just need to tell it. Skip the cutscene. And then, yeah, there you are. Door's open, so you can just leave. So then pull this stool over to the lockers. Now, the camera likes to pull you to the left as you walk in, so camera to the right. And then just
I have a play dead mode. If you hold the play dead button,
run to the cafeteria, vault over these things, pull the trays over to here, and then hop up to grab the light bulb. You can actually pull the light ray out as soon as you get the light bulb, and just make your way down to the library. Once you got done talking, you can then skip the invention making cutscene, and then grab the first invention part in the library, and then grab the second one in the room next door.
are required to overcome certain obstacles. Flirt will increase your health through a rush of sugar.
Take a hit from this bully as you walk by him. Basically what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to die and warp back to the stairs in a minute. So we need to make sure our life is appropriate. The guard shield's in the back corner of the science room, so just run in. Because of how things are timed, when you enter the room, you will always avoid the smoke. It just, you could wait around for it, but whatever. I usually just take my second hits at this bully, and then bounce, and then go get the VCR, and then go back to that bully to take the third hit. Then we can turn around the corner and into this room. Take a hit from this bully, and then go get the next. So you want to have one health here, and then, so normally what you're actually supposed to do is you would go pull this table over here, but that takes a bit. So what you actually do is you can go onto this desk, and then on the chair, and then on the monitor, and then on the wall, and then out. This camera tries to pull you to the right, so look back to the left.
When you are down and out,
Go get the perch, and then let this bully knock you back upstairs again. And then as soon as you respawn, just go downstairs, and you are done the level. And then skip this ending cutscene. For splits, I like to split when as it fades to black there. Skip this cutscene as the level starts.
Wow.
Now we do need 50 Navchips to get to Calamity's Lair, which is most of them, so we will have to collect a bunch. So make your way around the school, and around back where we started is the first Navchip. There it is.
This
Letting yourself sort of look at the sort of end of the path across the street.
you can
When you leave, that's just where we're going.
way to a different level.
Sort of cut the corner by jumping over the roof of this car. Now the next one is up on this car, and if you jump up, it's sort of like you might have to like sort of like mash up to sort of get there. It's a bit finicky. Just keep trying, and run into the forest.
Storage device found. These boxes can hold bonuses. One of your tools will open the box.
Skip this cutscene with the lanterns. Now you can kill the lantern with 3 regular shots or 1 big shot. Do this one with 3 little shots because the big shot often misses from this angle, and then you'd be left with like a blaster for a couple seconds. So that's just not good. Get rid of the gardeners, grab the bamboo stick, and push this on the slide slightly, and then jump through. By jumping through the gap, you can get through a slightly smaller gap than you would by just walking. So make sure you get rid of these 3 gardeners because they will mess with you if you try and as you try to push this box. To the left, then garbage can, hedge, and then there's third Navchips in the front yard. Then you can turn around again. Big blast to this lantern, and then go pull the box into place. Grab the TV antenna. We're gonna go across the street to the zoom arena, but there is a Navchip in the forest here. That's 4. Skip the cutscene as you approach the arena. And then skip the gutter instructions, although make sure you don't like spam it, so you don't like press the wrong button in the minigame.
What's that behind you?
We're just playing this minigame here. When the minigame is done, there's going to be a cutscene, and you're going to want to press Y to skip it. But don't spam Y in this case, because the Y button is also the button that starts the minigame again. So, just press Y button once. When he says it the second time, that's when it happens. There's a lantern and a gardener here. You can just ignore them. Just sort of jump over all the rocks and the trees and skip the light lever cutscene. And then enter the pagoda. So we're going to go get that Navchip, and we're just going to jump in the water to warp back inside. There are 3 rocks here, and normally you're supposed to go like, rock 1, rock 2, and then rock 3, but you can also just, if you step on like this little thingy, you can go straight from the first rock to the third rock and save half a second, Hit the light lever and then go inside. Just keep following the path.
Jimmy, are you there? You should be passing some sort of racetrack by now. Looking around, there are guards everywhere, and there's a big fence. Fence is guarded with Onibi lanterns. Hurry, Jimmy.
So just sort of stay close to the building and jump around up here. Now, you pick up this candy. When you pick up a candy for the first time, Goddard says this whole thing about what candies are, and cutscenes cannot play while he does this. And there's a candy in Lost Jungle that would cause this problem if it were the first candy. So make this your first candy by spending a half second. Just do that. Save us some trouble later. And just sort of scoot along here. Watch out, the lanterns can somehow shoot you from over here. Or if you move this position, you go get the magnet. As soon as you get it, you can switch the magnet if you want. Skip the tool making cutscene. The 6th Navchip is sort of in a box around this corner here. And then skip the magnet lever cutscene. Pull the magnet lever.
Jimmy, grave news.
Keep following the path. Cross the tennis court. That middle box there has Navchip 7.
3 objects of power. These take the form of glowing.
It won't appear until it actually stops talking.
Quite possibly be the most powerful objects in the world.
Get the gardener, get the gardener.
Unlock their power to drive a machine.
Get the, do listen carefully, because sometimes you aggro the 3rd gardener, and he'll be right behind you. In this case, I'm good.
Have to get the idols before he does. I'll help you as much as
Now we are going to want to do another death warp soon, so you are going to want to get down to 1 health again. So let the gardeners smack ya. Now around this building there is another Navchip. So shoot the light lever and then hop onto the car. And then you can just sort of hop over on the Navchip. The back left of these boxes has a gutter upgrade, so grab that.
Initialize.
Skip the cutscene, and then jump over the fence. Shield you sort of pass by here, and then sort of try and lure the guard. Grab the Navchip, and then just take the third hit to roll back outside, and then go to the racetrack. Skip the cutscene, and then skip the Goddard instructions. Just kind of like follow him, and sort of you should be able to pass him when he kind of goes wide on those first 2 turns, so you can just pass him on one of them, and then you'll be ahead, but you'll never catch up. These oil slicks, like, they just kind of mess up your controls for a minute. Like, you can hit them or not, like, it doesn't make that much difference. And just, like, we're just doing this normally. Like, speedrun is already, you know, how you play racing. Once again, skip the ending cutscene and try not to start enemy game again. And then, yeah, garbage can, fence.
Jimmy, you'll be getting to a different part of the city.
Garbage can, fence. Garbage can, fence. There's the last Navchip for this level anyway.
You'll have to watch out for the
You need to hop on this railing. It's actually a bit easier if you just do it by going parallel to the railing instead of like going like that.
Installing Navchips.
So then we have all 10 Navchips, or any 10 Navchips. We can go straight to Lost Jungle.
Destination is now available.
And we're going to want to do that because we actually want to get to Buckaroo's Den as fast as possible. We want 20 Navchips. So there's a cutscene when you go when you step into this doorway here.
Danger, danger.
Skip that, and then you can send Goddard over to get these 2, and then you can go get the other 2 yourself by using the big shots. Grab the part, and then skip the invention making cutscene once everything's settled.
Goddard, start looking for somewhere to use this. Let's go, boy.
Now we do want to have 1 health when we start the next level, so try and get hit by one of these gardeners. There we go, 1 health. And skip the level end cutscene. So we're actually not going to do shrines our next one. We're going to press right, and we're going to go to jump. So we're going to then skip the cutscene at the start of the level. So we're going to run straight forward. Over on that Jeep over there is the toolbar. We're just going to get that. You can just sort of jump up onto this corner and then take a hit to spawn back at the start of the level. This time we're going to go right, and there's a Navchip right here.
To swing on a rope, just jump onto it to grab hold. while swinging.
Then just follow the path.
Control stick in the direction you want to go. To jump off, press the jump button.
Cannonball ladder, take 2 hits or 1 big hit. Next one is in the sort of crevice behind that first statue. You can big shot to get rid of the plants and then just grab it. You can't move the camera when you're here, so you have to walk backwards out. So just make your way down past some more. You can sort of cut past the outside of these sort of fat red plants, so you can keep jumping so the rough terrain doesn't slow you down. Then we're going to run through this grove to the flying board and hop board. You can actually jump up early to grab the Navchip. Jump. And now you can leave early. This plant here. Just keep following the path. Next up we have, there's an adventure piece up ahead, but there's a sort of ambush cutscene, so skip that. They're not really a huge deal. If you have your shield, you can just kill like the 1 or 2 that are actually in your way and then just run off. Even if they do hit you, there's like a flurp up ahead, so you can just grab this. Now you are going to want to come to the rafters because there is the 4th Navchip here. And you can go down to the river. So take this sort of one right here, and then hop onto the next board. You can sort of strike these from the shore, and then you grab the Goddard upgrade, and then you actually want to go back to the same rock we just got off. Then you want to wait for that to snap, and then hop on and off. Hit continue. You have 5 continues, so you have effectively 30 lives, which is why we can afford to be so wasteful with them. Anyway, so then just sort of run up here to trigger the flirt machine, and then run back and get on the same board. And we're just going to ride on down to the rocks over there. Shoot this cannibal before he shoots you. And then we're going to hop onto this rock, and then this board. I'm going to wait for it to sort of approach this island, and then we'll just warp back to the raft game over there. So now you basically spawn on top of the raft game, so skip the raft game start, skip the Goddard instructions, and get going. There is a Navchip in this level, and there's 3 laps, and you have to get on one of them. So go wide on this first turn, and there it is. Aim slightly to the left, and there it is. You have 3 chances. You make sure you get it. Now this is mostly the same as the kart race. However, on laps 2 and 3, those water cannons actually start putting into the track, and you can sort of get hit by them to get a speed boost. You can hear sort of the whirring of my engine has like gone up in pitch, and I'm like way faster now. So, that was not very good. So, 110 is my record on this, so 113 is like fine. Now I skip the end cutscene, and then skip the tool making cutscene. And then just make your way down the path some more. There's a wind lever here, although get close to it, because otherwise you'll sort of auto-lock onto the plant. Skip the wind lever cutscene, and then just sort of make your way down. You just, below the fan, just sort of make your way through here nicely, block shield, block the shot behind you, and then just keep going. No need to go in there, there's nothing up there. There's a plant here in front of you though, so don't let that surprise you. Skip the cutscene telling you about the adventure part, and then just sort of onto the lily pads. you can sort of cut that lily pad there and just sort of slight jump, but you can do it. And then you just jump, 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 and you can bet we're going into water.
Just for the collection.
Although do make sure you get the part. I have messed up where I like fell in before getting the part, so yeah, watch out for that. Alright, so then just sort of make your way over towards those two tree stumps over there. And then you can actually slide down the hill here. Go kill this plant over here, otherwise the auto-aiming messes you up later.
Look, boy.
Skip the cutscene telling you about these platforms, and we're actually just gonna... So you can line yourself up with sort of this beam here, and you can just sort of like run forward and like jump onto it. It's actually a solid object, so you can just make sure to run in a straight line though, because otherwise you don't want to fall off. And then you can press both the primary and secondary fire buttons to sort of go a little bit faster than you would otherwise. And now do make sure you line up on the button, because otherwise it will try and go back to its neutral spot. And then just yeah, do the same to the other platforms. And then the third one. Coconuts. Now we're going to go up into the rafters. You can like move the camera around while you're climbing the ladder to do in preparation for the next jump. Now you can actually shoot that lever from all the way over here. You're right, because but if you left the plant alive, it would auto lock your aim down to the plant, even if you were like right in front of it, which is like weird. Anyway, make sure you do a running jump across these, because otherwise you won't have enough momentum to do it. And actually spamming jump for that jump is actually a good idea, because you can sort of clip the corner and then pop up. And take the zip line down to the next damage chip. So there. Do not fall from here. Getting back up here is a pain in the butt, so it would take like a whole goddamn minute. Just ride these platforms up to that nav chip. If you have at least 2 health left, you can take the fast way down. Boom. Just keep following the path. You don't have to go up those elevators. There's nothing important up there. Just a couple extra lives, and like we're wasting our lives. Like we don't care. Just shield past all these idiots.
Hey, Jim, I hope you're getting closer to the volcano. Good. Hopefully
Go around back here.
retrieve the idol before calamitous.
And then you can just kind of
Still ranting and raving.
jump as far as you can forward, and you'll sort of hit the third platform directly
Hurry, Jimmy.
without having to wait for the first 2. Pull the lever, and then sort of shove the doctor out of the way. Climbing up, and then grab this. There you go. Grab this. So now the code for the section is both these left 2, and then the middle one over here. And you can then just run across these platforms. Oh, looks like we got a bad elevator cycle, so we're just kind of waiting around for it to come back. And we're just going to take the zip line down to the next elevator and go up that one too. Now, once you hear the flirt machine above, you can actually step off. I was a bit slow there, but you can just step off and warp back up. Up, it's slightly faster than waiting for the elevator. And just make your way across these platforms and across the rope. 1, you kind of do like 3 swings, 1 swing, 1 swing. If you have at least 2 life left, we can take the fast way down.
Maybe I can use this for something.
Careful we don't like die here. No, looks like I'm gonna miss the elevator again. I'll take a long way around just to trigger the flip machine. Just might as well if I'm gonna have to wait anyway. Also, you try not to get hurt because I have 1 health. Although, we do actually want one to have 1 health at the moment, so you know, it's not a terrible thing. I climb up here, and then across. No! Ah. That's why we activated the save point. Obviously, you know, try not to do that. And just make your way around to the cable car, and then just sort of blow your way across. This cutscene when now if you only have 1 health left, it actually is faster to just die and walk back to the village. But in this case, because I have 3 life, it would take too long to die, so I'm just not gonna.
This looks like where I can use this stuff.
So as you make our way all the way to,
Everything I need.
we're gonna make our way all the way to the right in these rafters. From here, you can actually just sort of hold the primary fire button and jump, and then you can just sort of hit that from over here. Jump across here, up the ladder. Jump across here, down the ladder. That's the candy node messes up, by the way. Pull these 2 levers, and then climb back up the ladder. Go over to where that flip is. Magnet lever. Light lever. Magnet lever. Climb this ladder onto this platform, swing across. Now this jump is actually really difficult for some reason, so I recommend actually going on the right side here, and then sort of doing a running jump, just so you don't hit your head. Anyway, magnet lever, and light lever. And once again, same trick on the way back. Go on that side so you don't hit your head, and then swing across again, and then you really don't want to mess it up on the way back because you'd have to actually go reset the platform before climbing up again. So like, when I climb up here, wind lever, swing across again, and then climb up the ladder. This is the 5th magnet lever. And you can just sort of make your way down and up here.
This is just the thing I need.
Wait for the dimension cutscene,
To where I can use this stuff.
and then wait for Jimmy to stop talking, so the little end cutscene for release, and skip that too. Okay, so next up, we are not going to do Volcano, because we can't, because we didn't do Dojo. We're actually going to do Den, because we have 20 Navchips, and we can do that now. Skip the story cutscene. Grabbing a couple extra batteries in this level is not necessarily a terrible idea. The birds are just the worst. Alright, so shoot that lever and then pull this box under the ladder. And there's the bubblegum machine.
Maybe I can use this for something.
These weird pirate guys, they block your regular hits. You need to hit them with a big hit. Anyway, so go trigger this flirt machine, and then make your way to the front of the ship, and sort of jump off onto this dock. The next navship is actually under here, so just kind of like jump over and then back, and then down, and back to the water, and then do that. And then you're back on the ship. And so next we're going to climb up the ladders. There is a invention perch up top, so we can go get that. Normally you'd have to do all these ropes, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to, you can kind of just go over here and just kind of jump around, and then jump on the ladder. It's a bit awkward, but you know, it's not too hard. And yeah, just climb up here. And then the birds. So you know, shield to speed past the birds. And try to keep more than one health left, because we actually want to do something with it. Well, the birds are cooperating quite nicely. That was pretty smooth. Bird. And yeah, we did. There we go. So then we can pull our way up and grab the. Actually, grab the part before hitting the zip line. I have done that before. You can actually drop down here onto the roof of this ship. You will take a damage, so you know that's why we need extra health. Now from here, you can jump up onto these boxes, and the next navship is actually down there, so you can just sort of grab that. That's not how you're supposed to get that, obviously, but you know, like what are we doing? Next, we do the bird mini game. Skip the bird cutscene, skip the Goddard instructions, and then just sort of charge the birds. This mini-game is actually probably worth even practicing, because these birds are annoying as heck. If you're fast enough, you shouldn't need any additional batteries. Oh, come on. That was terrible. So if you're quick enough, you can do it in like 20 seconds. That was like, ugh. Anyway, skip the ending cutscene, don't restart the minigame, and then sort of, you can just... so from here, what you can actually do is you can actually just jump over. You can just jump overboard to warp back, if you feel like it. Anyway, so then what you're going to want to do is, you want to make our way over that way, so... do watch out, this cannon sometimes tries to shoot you. So, you know, just be ready with your shield in that case. And what we're going to want to do is we're going to jump down on this dock, and then onto this boat, and then over here. And we're going to want to go across these floating platforms. Now, there is a nav ship up in the rafters of that boat, but it just takes too long to climb the ladders, so it's just not worth it. And we're allowed to skip 10 of them, so we're skipping that one. Just get on these floating thingies. Grab this. Then what you want to do is you want to wait till boats come together and then start going apart again. And that's when you jump on the rope. Forward as far as you can. Backwards to the right as far as you can. And then forwards, and then there you go. Now you're on the boat. You can just run along the boat. And then here we're going to want to do this thing. Like, keep along this. Like, careful, it's pretty thin. And then once you trigger that flirt machine, you can just warp up. Then we're going to turn around, because there's actually another navship inside these thingies. And there's another navship out of the rocks behind that tower, so we'll grab that. Keep jumping up and down so the rocks don't slow you down, although make sure not to jump over the navship we're trying to collect. Sometimes that cannon tries to shoot at you, so be ready with your shields in that case. We're going to get this navship here over in the box. Now there is another navship over there, but after getting back up to the ship takes just too long, so that's another one I'm shipping. And in fact, we're only going to get 6 in this level, so we have them already. Anyway, so now we need to climb to the top of this ship because we need to go get the Goddard upgrade. And then we're going to go to minigame hell. All the minigames, just... First of all, we have none of these bird things. Going along the bottom of this first stretch is fine because there's no birds. Shield past this guy. Almost got me there. Running out of shield. This is why it's wise to get some extra batteries sometimes, because we also want an extra health at the end of this one, because we're actually going to do some falling damage again. So, if you have 1 health left, you have to follow the zip lines properly, but if you have more than 1 health, you can just you can push forward and just sort of fall. And welcome to the minigames. Skip the end cutscene. Don't start with the new minigame. Skip the tool making cutscene. And this is why we sped this level so fast. Like, look how fast we are. Anyway, skip this cutscene, and then we have a so just aim in front of the life preserver, and then just hold A to pull it in. The fish will come steal it. Yeah, so we'll see what the bubblegum blaster can do in a bit, but for now we have mini games. In front of the fish, and then just left, right. Make sure to let go as it's about to hit highest tension, and then it'll go back down again. And it'll do that 3 times. If you do it perfectly, you can do it in 2 cycles, but usually it takes 3. Looks like this is a 3. By the way, despite what the picture of the control stick shows, I am going straight left and straight right, just if it matters. Anyway, so go over here, and then another cutscene, another Goddard instruction, and just make your way through here. This is just the cart mini game again, but on water. And skip the ending cutscene, go get the part, and then come back here. Once Jimmy stops talking, skip the invention making cutscene, and then once he starts talking, you can then start the minigame again, right? And then you can skip this cutscene, and then there you go. By the way, any mines you destroyed the first time are actually going to be gone, so that's neat. And you also have a full fresh set of 3 life for the duration of this minigame at least. That goes back to where we had before. Just, skip the end cutscene, don't start the minigame again, hit the lever, then roll, and then hit the end cutscene, whole bunch of cutscenes, just cutscene. Okay, so we're not going to do deep, so now we have to go back and do all the levels we skipped, so we're going to go left 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're back at Shrine. So, we want to have, we're going to do a death warp in a minute, so we want to have 1 health, so just keep that in mind. So take a hit there if you didn't have 1 health, and just sort of jump up the stairs. Don't go on the edge or the center, because that's where the ninjas are, and then just roll your way into the maze. Now, you're obviously not supposed to have it, so it's kind of awkward. So you might have to keep like popping at the intersections. When you reach the exit here, step outside to trigger the flip machine, then step back in, and then just keep going. Because there's an invention piece in here we want to get. So again, just keep like popping around the corners, pop, grab, pop, and just keep going. We're gonna make our way back to this gardener here, and then we're gonna let him take us out. And now we're outside, we can just roll forward. Anyway, so we're gonna roll past this guy, and then we're gonna go back diagonal through this skip the cutscene, and we're gonna sort of jump up here. Now you can hit the mirror from out here, and then you can hit one for your cutscene. So it's going clockwise, counterclockwise. 2, 1, 2, and then 1. So 1 for the middle, and then 2, 1, 2, 1, going counterclockwise like that. And then you can just go back to rolling. Roll down here. Jet will start blathering about whatever.
There isn't much time.
Don't wait the ladder, that was what I was trying to do.
There should be a light beam in the hall of
Roll back here. You don't need to pull the ladder all the way because you could just sort of bubble jump.
Jack.
Jumping and then bubbling in the air can give you a little extra hang time.
Okay. I'll let you know if I think of anything else. Fusion out.
Once Jet stops talking, you will have to deal with this gloves cutscene. Alright, so then climb up this ladder, and then bubble jump to here, and then climb up this ladder, and then cliff, 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 inside the building. Careful it misses with your camera. Now, right here, if you try to just walk away, the camera sort of gets trapped, so it's best that you sort of jump as you walk away, to sort of let the camera out, and then you can just start rolling down. Watch out for this gray sign here. And just sort of jump up this slope, and then roll along some more. Get out of the bubble before the cutscene, and then skip the cutscene. If you were in the bubble during the cutscene, you will keep rolling, and you will probably end up in the river. Okay, so 3 for the bottom one. The one I recommend is as you go up, hit the 3rd and the 4th one once, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, and 1, 2, 3. So the actual code, by the way, is 30432, going up like that, but just entering it like that makes it slightly faster. Get on the raft, get the part, and then get off, and then just start running through the forest. And just sort of keep rolling down to the next Navchip. And there's the next Navchip over here. And then sort of roll along the garden wall towards the next Navchip. And there we go. Now we're gonna go to the Ultra Lord spawner.
Look, boy.
Got her? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, got her. There you go. Okay, so D-pad to blow guard it up, and there you go. And just keep rolling down the path.
Jimmy, you have to be quick. The Ultra Ninja Lord has one of the gold.
You can sort of jump on this sunflower and then jump straight onto the platform without mounting.
Get into the temple.
Watch out for the lantern, it will shoot you. Grab this, and then immediately,
Use this for something.
while Jimmy's still talking, jump down to the platform. That way, when you're skipping this cutscene, you're already on the other side of the river now.
Somewhere to use this.
And you can just sort of roll to the end of the level. It's, so you go back up, and then you sort of just to the right, and then forward, and to the right. And there it is. Skip the end cutscene. And now we're just going to do the next level, which is Dojo. Dojo. And we're just going to roll straight stairs and then jump, 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 jump. You want to be fast here? And hit him as fast as you can. Dang. If you're quick about it, you can negate him and reflect the first Ultra Lord he throws, which is, obviously pretty good. There is a flip here that you can grab just if you, need a flip. There's no checkpoints in this level, so, don't die.
Witness my tremendous power and tremble.
Jumping up and down while waiting for him to throw, I find it is helpful. Means you're more likely to hit him, I find.
Resistance is futile. Ooh, you.
Now once you're in here, so destroy these boxes, and then sort of move to the other side of the room so you'll trigger this cutscene, and then get these, so you don't accidentally trigger on them. Hit all 3 switches, and then if one ever grabs you, use the thing to get him off, because if you shake him off, you won't be able to shoot him for the next couple seconds. So just, Bubblegum Blaster is helpful. As soon as you get into this room, shoot him while he's on the ground level, because hitting him while he's in the air is annoying. Wait for him to drop stuff. Using the bubblegum blaster to freeze extra ultra lords is good because you can then sometimes
I am the
strike him early.
Feel the might of ooh, you.
There you go. Okay, so we got it. That was pretty quick. And then skip the end cutscene,
Well, Goddard, we made it up.
and that was Dojo. So now we already did jungle, so we're gonna skip that and go straight to Volcano. By the way, we're more or less like half done now, so yeah, that's nice. Skip this starting cutscene. Alright, roll through here. The first Navchip is here are these sort of pipes. And just sort of roll past here. Don't worry if you get a hit, there's an F right here. And roll through this tunnel, put another Navchip. So now what you can actually do is, over here, there's sort of this like curved wall. So from here you can actually sort of jump onto the, like bubble jump onto the wall. I find it a bit tricky, but like, you can just sort of bubble jump over and skip the maze entirely. That's nice. Now, you guys use ice pillars. You can do these bubble jumps to make it a little bit easier. And once you're here, you're gonna go to this one and just go get this Navchip and then just die. And then from here, you can then jump straight to here and then carry on. Just go around this dragon. Unfortunately, while Jet's talking, we can't actually start the next minigame, so we just kind of have to wait for them to finish talking. So like, take your sweet time getting up here. And, you know, staying here-ish. Skip the cutscene. Now, this minigame is dangerous because there is a small chance you will be given an impossible bit of RNG. When Goddard is coming after Goddard's driving apart and is coming back up, if he's sort of on like the left side of the screen in like the middle level, a dragon can spawn in the top right cave, and Goddard will reach the first point where you could possibly out dragon before the dragon does. So, hope that doesn't happen. Now, there can be only 2 dragons at once, so one thing you can do is if there's safe dragons around that time, is just leave them alive for a moment. If you'll notice on the cave wall, there's sort of a white mark on the second level, below here, below the right cave. Once their nose is lined up, that's when you fire it. If a dragon's behind Goddard, it'll take forever to catch him, so don't worry about that. Oh, yeah, I think we might lose here. This is exactly what I was talking about. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. So, that's what I was talking about.
Use the primary.
And if that happens, that unfortunately is a one error, but it seems to only happen like 5% of the time. Like, it's pretty rare. I wasn't expecting that actually demonstrated to you. Ah, well. I'll just speed through this again. So skip the end cutscene. Sorry about that, I was not expecting to have to show you that twice. Just roll ahead to the next now normally you're supposed to like blow this into the lava river with using the fan. You can actually just hop on top of it and like bubble jump over. Climbing on up, climbing on up.
This is just what I was looking for.
Just roll out here. And then once these pop back up, we can then jump over here. And you can actually just sort of step off this and sort of use the bubblegum blaster to avoid the falling damage. And then there you go. There's. You can use the bubblegum blaster to sort of make those jumps easier. you have to walk up this slope, and then once you're up top, you can then activate the level blaster again, and then just keep going. Now, there are 8. This mini game is really easy. There are 8 inputs over the next, like, 2 minutes.
That was better than
Skip the end cutscene. Don't grab this part. Now, if you
I
remind,
was looking for.
so at the start, I remember I told you to turn your television monitor up. This room is light. Why? It's dark in here. Like looking at the video, I can't actually see anything. I can only look at my television. So I'll probably like turn it up in post so you guys can see. Anyway, we're just gonna do like a rolling jump here, straight to the flirt machine, and then from here you can sort of jump off this conveyor straight to that next conveyor, and then sort of bubble, and then like as soon as you hit the conveyor, then turn off the bubble. Otherwise you'll like just fall off again.
Hey, Jimmy, you better hurry up. Calamitous is in
From here you can then sort of jump and then bubble forward, and you'll sort of trigger the flirt machine. Oh, sometimes when you die, you'll respawn without you continue with 0 lives. If this happens, you're actually a ghost. You can't pick up anything. So if that ever happens, just die again. And see, it'll actually just continue this time. Anyway, so there's a Navchip over there, so let's just grab that. Anyway, I don't know what's up with that 0 lives though. It's just a thing that happens sometimes. I don't know. You can still have to fight to grab extra life and then immediately spend it to roll back. Anyway, conveyor. So you want to roll for like a second and then just sort of jump, and then keep going. Goddard should hopefully show up to help you see. And then you can use the shimmy bar. You can also try jumping over, or you can just mess it up like I did. Using the shimmy bar can be reasonable if you're just being cautious, because that's how it happens. You know how it is. It's not normally that hard, so whatever, I'll just... Anyway, so that's what I was trying to show you. No, I haven't actually... I know how to get back, because for some reason,
Goddard, start looking for somewhere to use this. Let's go, boy.
like, I have no idea how you're supposed to get back, like, the pad's broken, right? So, even casually, I have no idea what's up with that. It feels unfinished, you know? But anyway, so what you're supposed to do is die, warp back, come over here. So now what you're supposed to do is you go down that path, but we're actually not going to do that, because the ending is over there. So what we'll actually do is just sort of... Oh my god, I am terrible at the rolling jumps today, what the hell? Obviously, try not to die too many times accidentally, because we spend a lot of our lives, like, dying on purpose.
Looks like I
Skip the cutscene. And then just, there you go. Skip the level end. I am not on point today. Like, that was a terrible volcano. Anyway, crater fire time. Skip cutscene. As soon as you start, just roll up to her, and then to the side, and then power this wind switch.
will not succeed.
And roll past her over here. Now, when you blow at her, use the secondary fire, and do it from as far as you can, because if you get too close, she will actually do a stomp move that prevents you from, and you can't push her while she's busy stomping. So, but if you do it from arm's length, she'll hit you with a fireball, and you can just block the fireball. There's a flurp in this one. Anyway, so she'll go down, she'll pop back up once, and then you can Activate this. Let's do. Ouch. A little faster again. Watch out for the rocks. Okay, I'm not watching out for the rocks. Then find the just grab an extra flip just while I'm waiting. There's another flip in here. Life is conserved between levels, so I want to have extra life for the next level. Yep, just comes up here. Now we can run. And then we can, here's the third fence. Boop, 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 boop. See, that's why you don't get too close. She stops you from pushing her. Maybe. Run around and just wait for it to finish, then skip the cutscene. Okay, next level is not den, because we did den, so we're into deep. This one's a vehicle level, so we're just kind of chilling. Skip the cutscene. You can skip the guard dialogue, but it doesn't actually stop you from moving this time, so up to you. I'll just skip it because it's annoying. And just kind of. Anyway, so this is the magnet mines up ahead. You don't actually have to destroy all the magnet mines. You only have to destroy like ones that are nearby, so you can just punch a hole and then walk through. Watch out for the spike mine. And then, these two up here. Here, this one on the right. Go around. This one on the right. There's another flirt with 5 quick damage. And then hit these things. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Keep going. That's candy. Another of these. Keep on going, keep on going. Watch out for the spike mine. Grab the Navchip. And then just 1, 2, 3, and 4. Be quick. These ones actually turn off if you wait too long. So just dive all the way to the bottom, and then break one in the. I didn't mean to break it with my face, but that is an option. And then fly back up and out. If it took too long, you will have to use the cave to sort of work back. Go up here. There's a flip to sort of the damage I took because I'm an idiot. Anyway, just sort of wiggle your way through the spikes. Just, at this intersection, turn around. There's a Navchip right here. And then press X to reverse as you turn back around again. For this room, just sort of go high up on the left wall here. And just kind of watch out. The spikes can hurt you, but they're not. They can't if they're already extended. And just kind of, there you go. I also inevitably hit by that whale, so, break this, and then hug the ceiling. Hug the ceiling, hug the ceiling, hug the ceiling, there we go. And then got this Navchip. Hit this left one over here. And then this left one. Go under this next set, and then hit the right one of the set after. And next we're doing the octopus movie game in this little tunnel thingy. Skip starting cutscene. And just start rapid fire shooting them. Switch to a different limb if you're just trying to hit ya. So you can't damage him during his death animation, so that's the perfect time to switch to a different limb. Dang, he got me. And, yep. So, we just can't wait. Skip the end cutscene, but trying to start the minigame again. Okay, so this next adventure part, it teleports around. So look at the map and find the blue dot. It's on one of these pods. Looks like it's right in front of us. So, come on. Nope. Psych, it's over here. Anyway, then make your way over here to the right of the door. There's a Navchip here, so that was pretty close. Okay, then make your way to the exit tunnel. There's the those, and we'll just make our way to the waste tunnel. Once again, just only break the mines as they are actually in the way. Do be careful not to get crushed by these stone walls. They instantly kill you. There's a flurp here if you took damage from the mines. And then this wall, 10 segments each, and then just start rotating around. Alright, then grab this part.
This might come in handy.
Jimmy, Calamitous has found the third idol. He's laying a trap for you in, so don't flood the chamber.
So there's one of those targets over the second one, and then look on the map. We have another teleporter, so just... It's over here, come on, quickly, quickly, there we go.
This might come in handy.
Now down here, there's actually another Navchip, so I'm just... Let me out. Let me move. There we go. If you have enough health, you can just kind of just like charge through the mines there. Anyway, the last adventure part is up in this cave on the high right of the wall. And we're going to be playing the ice globe minigame. Skip the starting cutscene. Skip the Goddard instructions, and then just... Unfortunately, there's not really a way to speedrun this, because like we're kind of just waiting on the ice globes to spawn. The best you can really do is like on the last one of each wave, make sure you kill it as soon as possible, so yeah. I like to give them each their own explosion. And then just, if I have time, I'll just sort of run along the top and just get random explosions. Skip the cutscene, don't start it again. Skip the invention making cutscene, and then go down here, watch out for the spike mine, and skip the level ending cutscene. Okay, so now we have the last of our 3 easy levels. Like, Crater Deep and Throttle kind of just like, whatever. If you only have 1 life upon starting this, it might actually be wise to just jump in the water to get respawn with 3 lives. Go ahead. Okay, so just run over to those gears. We're going to go counterclockwise for this first layer. This level's mainly just waiting around for Cindy. And now all we have to do is wait for the level end. Get ready to skip the cutscene. There it is. Skip, 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 skip. And station time. So here is station. So let's do it. So this is where we get to really see the bubblegum blaster shine. There's a lot of cool stuff it does. Lots of trickiness. Anyway, so as soon as we start, we're actually going to go over to this cliff over here. You're always supposed to go through these silos, and you pop a silo over there somewhere. But you can kind of pop up here, and then you just sort of, if you don't suck at it. Jesus. So there you go. So you should be able to sort of roll on and over the fence like that. Then we're going to make ourselves over to these boxes here. This box contains a nav chip, and also you want to pull this lever. Anyway, so then roll over here, pop next to this robot, so you can then pop with this, and then roll right back. So we need to pull these levers to turn off the laser beams when you get back. Anyway, skip the cutscene as you roll up, and then just keep going. Pop next to this guy, and then get these out. And sort of roll onto the scaffolding. Get one of the cage and roll onto the scaffolding. Then we can up, 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 up. Once you get pretty high on this ladder, like top rung or two, you can sort of just pop over here. From here, you can actually just sort of jump and then bubble across to here. You don't actually have to use the zip line. Now, normally you would take that rope over to the far platform, climb the ladder, and then zip line back. But we're actually going to do it from here. This jump, as you can imagine, is possible, but it's pretty specific. So I'm standing in the back corner here, and I'm sort of lined up with the corner of the top platform, and then I'm going to just sort of jump straight forward, and there you go. That's the point game. That one's probably worth practicing. It's actually kind of tricky, and if you really are having difficulty, it only saves like a few seconds. Like it's not crazy to go around a long way. And then from here you can do this. Make sure you stay in the bubble till you land. Do not leave the bubble early. Cutscene as you enter over here. So usually what I like to do is I like to find one on the second level, and then I bubble jump to it, and then I step onto the third level, and then I bubble jump to the exit. Right, so second level, third level, and then I just kind of skip the first and fourth. Now there is actually a cool thing you can do. So obviously you should just do the second half the same way, but let me mess up. There, I messed it up. So if I tried to go forward, the lasers would shoot me, but I already have the part, so I don't need to do this again. So what I can actually do is, this time I can actually go around this way. So, obviously, do try and, just get it right the first time, but, if you get it wrong, you can do this. There you go. And now we're past all the security floors. Pull the lever. And there you go. So now we're into the elevator skip. So we want to go, you see that platform down there? You want to get down there. So we want to sort of jump off it. We want to roll and jump off that platform and then sort of bubble. So we're going to sort of jump and then sort of bubble and then re-bubble to sort of correct our momentum. Now we're here. So next up, we actually want to make it over to that platform over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to stand here-ish. You can see there's sort of this, on the floor pattern, there's sort of like a thin beam here. That's where I like to line up. Although practically I kind of just YOLO this half the time. So then you want to sort of aim and you want to bounce off the beam and land over there, right? That's what we're going for. So we're gonna sort of go up to the edge and then boom, boom. Make sure you cut off as soon as you land. You should turn off the bubble so you can get back up. Otherwise you'll just bounce off. And there you go. That saves literally several minutes. So do that, right? Because otherwise you'd have to go all the way down there and fight some robot. Jesus. Down there and around that square and fight some robots and then. Stuff. Now you can just do these ropes, so rope all the way back, all the way forward, jump. Don't get hit. There is a nav chip over there to the left. I actually don't get this one. I find it takes too long to get it safely, so I just don't. Yeah, watch out for those things. Okay, there we go. Just nice and easy. So next up, as soon as we get here, first we want to get the Goddard upgrade. So skip the cutscene, and then roll over here. Watch out for the security robot. Pull the lever, and hop it up. And up. There is an extra life over there if you are really running low on lives. Lives that's not crazy to get. I think I'm doing fine. Anyway, so then you smash these, smash this. There is a Goddard upgrade here, so grab that, skip the cutscene.
Goddard upgrade.
And then magnet, this box, wind, this lever, and then go back to the... So now here comes the most important skip of the run, the laser skip. So there's the laser gate over there somewhere. And we have to do normally several puzzles involving pushing boxes and things like, like a good 3 minutes. But we can skip most of that. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to break these two boxes. Do not break the third one. We need that one alive. And we're going to hop up here, and we're going to hop up on this box. Notice it's slightly taller. From here, you can sort of jump at this box, and then jump again at the corner to sort of get up. It's sort of like the car back at Asian Village, where you have to jump again at the corner to sort of get up. It's a bit finicky, but you get used to the timing. Anyway, so then you just fall outside. Now we're outside. Careful. I'm going to try and roll along, but it is very thin. One thing I will warn you of, if you want to try and roll along, do not roll past this corner here, because the boxes kind of stick out a bit, and will absolutely fling you off into the abyss. So do not do that. Now, unfortunately, the gate here has an invisible wall. So you can see here, the corner of an invisible wall, right? You can see there, right? Yeah. And it extends out from the gate straight on, but it doesn't extend very far. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump around it. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump parallel to this face. Right? So we're going to jump straight away, this way. And then we're going to bubble and sort of land on that dark M on the floor next to the gate. Now, this is really tricky, so, wish me luck. There you go. Now, if you keep fucking it up, if you screw this up, part of the problem is you need to jump way further to the left than you probably think you do. It's bizarre. So, watch out for that. But once you do that, you are past the laser gate. There you go, right? I can't stop very much, you just keep going. Oh yeah, so just roll past this robot. And, oops, like that. So a jump to the right, to the bottom, to the jump, and then to the right. And then sort of rotate your camera so you can see the rope up ahead. And there you go. Do not die here, because of course you'll have to do laser skip again if you fail. So there you go. Now we're going to hit security robot. Security robot. Do not be rolling when this cutscene happens, because you will roll right off the edge. So make sure to get out of the roll. Anyway, so switch back to the bubblegum blaster and just keep going. And make your way to the elevator. Yeah, once again, do not be in the roll during the cutscene. You'll just roll off the edge. So make sure to get out. Now we're here. So now what we're going to do, we're going to skip most of this. So we're going to get to that over there. That float machine over there. Now the float machine range actually extends down to that platform over there. So we're going to go under that elevator. So we're just going to sort of jump, bubble. Oh, the 0 life glitch again. So do once again die. Oh, always keep in mind of that. Okay. So then once you do that, there's a sort of gap between the elevator and the wall, so you can just sort of jump down here. And then from here, there's the end. So just kind of. There you go. We did it! Yay! Without any monkey ball shenanigans. So grab that and roll down the tunnel. And then roll over here. So now normally you're supposed to go down here and do a hacking mini game to turn off these lasers, but who says we're going to turn them off? Jump. 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 Curve to left. There you go. Skip the cutscene. And then roll over to this ladder. There you go. The lasers. Hey. Hit this lever. Do not forget this lever. I forgot this in my record run. It cost me 45 seconds. Anyway, then go over here, then jump here. There's the second lever, and then you can hit this switch. Now, unfortunately, the third one is over there by the lasers we didn't turn off. So what we're actually going to do is do this to buy yourself some time. There you go. Right, they were distracted. I love that we get to use the duplicator for its actual intended purpose. That's just cool. Anyways, there's a nav chip in this box. That's 4. And we're gonna scroll, skip cutscene. Okay, so I'm just gonna mention something here. Okay, so if you've been following along with the guide so far, we have 43 Navchips. We have 10 from Village, 10 from Jungle, 6 from Den, 3 from Shrine, 5 from Volcano, 5 from Deep, and 4 from Station so far. There's 2 more up ahead in the lead tunnel that we're definitely getting, so that's 45. So we need 5 more. Now, Express, here I'll just pause here. Express does have 5 Navchips, and they're all really quick. So ideally, we should just get the 5 Express. But 4 of the ones from Express are on grind rails. If you break the grind rail, you can't get the nav chip without having to like go all the way to the bottom and then take the lift back and reset the area, and it'll take like a whole minute. And it's risky. So like getting all 5 consistently in one shot, especially when you're already shooting the robots, is just kind of difficult. So it is reasonable to claim an extra nav chip, that way you are allowed to miss one from Express. In that case, what you would do is you would hit this wind switch from the ground, right? And you could go over here. Right? So if you do this, you not only need to get 4 Express. However, if you're like falling behind, or you're just like, you know, you feel like cocky, you can go for all 5. You skip this one and go for all 5 Express. Like a stop shooting map, right? So, next up we have one of these sliding tiles. So I'm gonna skip the cutscene, skip the Goddard instructions, and then watch them mix it up. So what I like to do is I like to try and first of all I solve like the bottom row, so I'll do that. And then I try and solve the sort of second row. Generally I try and find pairs and then put one in the other spot. And then, so like for example, this one here goes in the spot below itself. So I'm going to put it in the wrong spot, which is this one. And then I'm going to put the one that goes next to it above it, and then I can cycle it. Right? Then I would do the same for the right column, which is already complete, so yeah, that's convenient. And then I would do the same for the next right column. And then whenever you do this, the remaining 3 pieces will always be in a place where you can just cycle in place. These puzzles have a sort of parity to them. You can look up reasons why that's true. But, so, bottom row, second bottom row, right column, second right column, last 3. That's generally how I do it. I mean, sometimes, you know, you change it up based on how the pieces are, but, you know, that's what I try for. I recommend popping them all next to each of these security robots so they don't shoot you, because otherwise dying is actually a legit risk to them. There's a whole bunch of them. Grab this nav chip. That's one of the remaining. Grab the trash can. Both of these. By the way, does anyone find, depending on the time, you actually might just be able to roll right through that one. Does anyone find that these last nav chips, they kind of just like random places to put them and just like, slap them wherever? Because they're kind of just like laying around in the hallway. Like, why is this one right here? Like, that's, well, whatever. Alright, so we're gonna climb on up this really tall ladder, switch to the duplicator. There's the fun part. Oh wait, another thing, like, why is this here? Like, couldn't they find a better place for it? Nope. Alright, so we want to destroy those 4 little boxes so the leader doesn't just destroy us, so we'll do this. So press X to 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Roll up to this. Now we're going to play this sort of calamitous rhythm minigame. Now, this minigame is actually kind of difficult. But what I do is I place my left hand on what is this, Y and B, and my right hand on X and A. And I find that makes it a little bit easier. So I'm wielding it with 2 index fingers and 2 middle fingers. X, X, B, X, B, Y, B. It's not that hard, but like, you know. I remember I had a lot of trouble with this one as a kid for some reason. Like, it's just pretty fast. X, X, B, X, B, Y, B. Y. A, B, X, Y, X, B. There, once you've done each kind of 4 times, you're done, skip the cutscene, and roll it over. Now, check your life. If you have just 1 life left, I actually recommend just rolling into the death floor and popping your bubble to basically respawn with 3. But I have 2, so I'll just keep going. I'll just keep going. But dying there to get your life back is not a terrible idea because, you know. There we go. There's a flip there. And jump this. Boing. If you're fast enough, the wind doesn't matter. Oh, careful. And just roll. Boing. And then just, you know, mash jump when rolling up these or something. You know. There you go. And then just roll down the hallway, and that is the end of station. So that was cool. That was cool station. So next up is the Downhill Express. So this one is like, you know, hold on your butts. So we need to get all 5 robots, and we need to get at least 4 of the Navchips, or all 5 if you skip the one from earlier. So skip the start cutscene. This first robot is really dangerous. Try and get him really fast.
To steer, use the control.
Like, do not hit anything.
To accelerate, press and hold the jump button. To brake, press and hold.
Yes, thank you, Goddard. That's very helpful. No, you didn't wait. So make sure you hit this rail so you can hit this rail so you can hit the Navchip.
This might come in
Boom.
handy.
That's 1. Alright, so we're doing good. We got the Navchip, we got the first robot. Okay, so here's the second robot. Now, it's not actually crazy. There is a thing you can do because the next 2 things are close together. It's not actually crazy if you want an easier time to reset the second robot by doing this. It wastes like 10 seconds, but it's not like ridiculous because it, you know, you don't need to, but like, it, you know, obviously makes it way easier, right? Because you only just do 1 robot at a time. There you go, right? So the second robot. You can chase them both at the same time though, but you know, it's a bit more difficult. So this level is absolutely worth the practice, like, because of how much of a mess it is. 2 and in front of me. 3. All right, that was easy. Anyway, so yeah, just keep going. Whee! Okay, and there. Try not to die. That actually is a not trivial risk. There's a flip there I could have gotten. There's the, what's this, the 3rd robot? The 4th robot? Oh, let's count. The 4th robot, yeah. There's another flip I missed. I should really get one, because I'm at 1 health. There's another flip here. I will grab this. Stop being difficult. 2, 3. There we go. Okay, we did it. So, then keep going. Now, you also, there's this red dot here. So, once you pass these, sort of turn over and grab this one. This one is the easy one because it's not on a rail, it's just on the floor. You can just pick it up. Okay, so then what I recommend you do is go all the way to the left row and just sort of follow it. There's no barriers on the left row. Once you pass these 2, then look ahead again. And aim at this one slightly to the right. Like, aim slightly to the right of it, or you'll break the railing. So there's the 4th one. So we actually did have a 4th, so I actually don't need the 5th one. Because I already have 50. But, you know, I'll get it anyway, see if I can, right? I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so... Don't hit anything. Okay, so the last robot is pretty easy. You just kind of chase them. Boom. 2. And this railing right here is the 5th Navchip. Don't worry, the robot follows you. Boom. 3. There's a flip over on this railing if you need it. I don't like going through the cave, I like going around. I don't have any actual reason for that. Like, the cave might actually be faster, I have no idea. I just like not. And yeah, so if you got all 5 pieces and at least 4 Navchips, then yeah, we're good to go. And then you can just skip the cutscene. And indeed, there it is, Clemence's Lair. If you mess it up, you will see you need 50 Navchips to progress. So let's do that. Skip the cutscene, you know how it is. Skip another cutscene. Actually, I don't think you can skip this one.
Jimmy.
Yes, yeah, okay, cool.
The machine needs to be
Alright, so run to the left and immediately pull this one over. Yeah, keep in mind your life at the end of Downhill Express, because remember it carries over, so you might want that flip.
You will never defeat me.
Okay, so when this guy appears, go and like deal with one of the ones far away. Watch out, the screens are reflective. That was not very good. Anyway, sorry. Normally, sorry, I'm gonna get distracted by talking to you, but normally it's this one, then actually this one, and then this one. With proper timing, that Cleanbot is perfectly avoided. But anyway. Don't worry, the light one is the only like really long one. The other ones are pretty easy. Okay, so there you go. So now we're gonna do the magnet one. So this one here, and then just go along. Grab this just from here, and just go around. I find jumping at each just makes the shot like a little more likely to be accurate. Okay, now we need the wind. So the first thing you should do is you should go take the big square and sort of push in place. Oh, careful. And what I'm actually going to do is take this one and push it past. Just sort of shove it over here, over near the candy. And then take this circle and push it into place. Going around. All the pieces, by the way, start opposite to where they're supposed to go. So again, that's what we're doing here. And by doing this, you can then go to the Pentagon. The Pentagon can actually fit right between those two. That's why we're doing this weird pattern. Careful, get in place. And then go get the. Then you can just. Oh, back off quite a lot. We're done here. And then we can just. Fine. So just be quick. There you go. Boom, done. And now we just have the duplicator section. And we just sort of go over here. And boom. Stay behind here until the cutscene actually has happened, otherwise you will just get shot. Okay, so now we have to do the punching idle section.
Let's go, Goddard.
You can't skip this cutscene.
You have to turn off the machine. Only then can you get to your Jimmy bot. If you retrieve all 3 idols, it will turn the machine off.
Okay, so the way I recommend you do it is go between sort of the edge and sort of this sort of thingy on the floor. And then right before you hit out, jump up. Once again, along floor thing. There you go. That's the most consistent way I found of doing this. Otherwise, it's a bit finicky. So just and careful. This one is up nearby him. There you go. Boom. 3 punches, 3 idols.
To move the Jimmy bot, use the control stick.
And so as soon as this starts, just
Fire button.
keep in mind your health.
Primary fire.
Just yeah.
The secondary
There are 2 flirts. There's one here and there's one in front of Clemis.
fire mode.
Bubblegum would be just the thing.
Wait for him to land. So stand really far back and aim slightly to the right of him. Remember, you are left-handed, so you need to. And come on. And then sort of run across the room. He will charge you, so be ready for that. Oh, missed that one.
Your machine is no match for mine.
Oh. Careful, we don't come up fast enough. He's still considered alive. Oh, okay, there, perfect. We did. Okay, so now get ready for this. Do this last one clockwise, because he's going to fly around dropping bombs clockwise, and you don't want to deal with them. Then more than you have to. Sounds like he's right above me. Careful. And now just wait for him to land. Use the X button to pick him up. Wait for it to actually, the shockwave to go away. And then walk up to a nearby wall and just bam. As soon as this cutscene triggers, time stop. There it is. And then we have a